There are so many demands on you. Demands at home, in the boardroom, and in the bedroom. You have to be jack of all trades, wearing a different hat. Your media, where you are. Introducing Your Media, your podcast network that meets you where you are, when you need it, at your time, in your space, when you feel like it. You come first. Your Media, where you are.
Yes, stunning. I was caught off guard there because you're the first episode of this show.
Yeah.
Hey, like
Halala,
halala.
The show goes on with Noni, brings the business of the arts to center stage.
Oh, welcome, everybody. Hi, my name is Noni, and you are tuned into Your Media hashtag where you are. And to find out more about us, go on to www.yourmedia.co.za. And also, on this Your Media platform, there are other shows besides my own. There are shows like The Transcript with Tiamo. We've got Plant Base with Uwewe, Married to Me with Popo, Totally Taboo with Tracy, and the health fix. I keep wanting to say flex because he's always flexing a muscle. The health fix with Mo. Yes. So those are the shows on this Your Media platform that you can look forward to on the weekly, during the week, all the time. So yes, and don't forget, obviously there's like with me as well, the show goes on with Unoni, so tune in guys, and hopefully you are entertained and you get to learn a lot of things.
You dance to your own tune. The show goes on with Noni, brings the business of the arts to center stage.
Yes, guys, and welcome. You are so tuned in to the show goes on with Noni. My name is Noni Mkonto. Government name Kinontlanta Konto. Noni Mkonto is my stage name because I am a thespian. And with me in studio today to introduce the show, to let you guys know what we're about, with me is my co-host, my chummy, my buddy, my left, my right hand, my pilot in the cockpit. When I'm sitting back and waiting to start the show, it is. She's gonna introduce herself because I feel like she can talk for herself. I don't have to speak for her.
Dumelang kaofela o bara bjang.
Me.
Sanbonani dumelang Absheni Molweni da. Kaofela lebitso la ka ke nna Palesa Robin. Well, my government name ke Palesa Robin Makalema, but I go by the name of Palesa Robin. That's the name I choose for myself as my stage name. I am the content creator and the producer
indeed.
of The Show Goes On with Noni. So not like Asimponi a lot. You will be seeing Noni a lot, but you will be hearing my voice there and there.
Yeah, there and there.
Kicking out my 2 cents, my 2 bob with the A and there.
I batla to be how because people must know who we are. Like
Yes.
as time goes on. Yes, like she said, she's going to be behind the scenes, but I feel like it's she needs to pop in every now and then because conversations need to be had.
I will
we
definitely.
need to have those convos. But yes, how excited are you?
I am very excited. I mean, wow, manifestations. Remember, we used to talk about this all the time during lockdown, 2020.
Dude,
Hey guys,
like when lockdown happened, we thought it was probably going to be a 2-month, 3-month thing. We were contract signed. We were ready to do shows. We were ready to do the most with our 2020 lives, and then the next minute
lockdown,
shut down.
Ngenendlini.
Hlalani. Big Brother is watching. 2020.
Yeah, that was a shock for
That
all
was
of us.
such a shocker, and I am so grateful for with you included, for the friends that kept me going. Like, we kept each other going by phoning each other, checking up on each other, especially for us as artists, because we got shut down with no warning.
No warning.
No
at
warning,
all.
no nothing, no airbag. Ingati, they shot us out into space, we were put into this rocket and shot out into space, and we were told, float, you'll be back. And we thought, we can be fine. We've
Yeah.
flown for 3 months. It's fine, because when we work, we work.
It goes.
It goes. When we work, we work. I mean, for a proper performer, like, not a proper performer, not that way, not in that way, but like a performer, to have proper income, it was like you needed 3 to 4 shows. 3 to 4 shows, and you were set to sustain yourself. Unless if you're doing like long shows, like for a year, when
like
you're
the
touring.
Lion Kings.
Yes, like the Lion Kings and all those big shows where they tour and go to other countries. But in this country, for you to have 3 or 4 shows, you were doing well.
Yeah.
And we were contracted, and then the next minute, next. And then we were told to float, and we thought, we worked so hard, it's gonna be a holiday, 3 months, we're good, right?
Did we not know that we are going to be in the deep end? It was very hard.
It was very hard. But yeah, Palesa and I used to keep each other so
We used to talk about
motivated.
things that we want, things that, places where we saw ourselves. So
Yeah.
now being here, it's like a manifestation of all of that.
Mm.
So being here is like a dream come true. And we are here to talk about the things we used to talk about, like the business of the arts. We are going to talk about things that we felt that were unfair to the artists. We felt that the things were not looked at. Like, I feel like artists are not looked after.
No.
Understand?
Yes,
so
exactly.
those are the things we are going to talk about.
And we've seen it during this time, ka COVID, hore.
Yes.
Yo, people love to watch, but what care do we have?
Yeah, like look at what's happening at the NAC. It's been 42 days now. 42 days
Of protest.
Of protest.
Bafuna
42 days.
And
We're such peaceful people.
we are peaceful people. And you know what? I think us as artists, we are also prideful people, because what we do is like the greatest art form ever. Like, not just theater, but TV, being in radios and all that, like entertainment in J itself. I feel like we don't have to. We don't need to beg.
Fight.
We don't need to fight. And we're not fighters. We're very peaceful. That's why in our environment, it is so integrated. There are mixtures of so many people from all walks of life, from different types of land and backgrounds, and we can still come together and create magic, whether it be on stage, TV, radio,
Live music,
whatever. Concerts, whatever, So,
because more than for us, art is more than our bread and butter.
yeah,
It's who we are.
yes,
And if somebody's going to take away your identity and take away who you are, it's going to be, it becomes very bad. Like, that's why a lot of artists, we run to substances, because it is who we are. We don't know what to do.
Yes.
You take out utata borona, unka borona, you take, I can't even explain it, because now I'm getting emotional.
You're getting passionate. I can see it.
Passionate.
Getting passionate, girls.
I'm stepping into
that. She needs 5.
Yeah, but
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's demanding. It's demanding on self. It's demanding on your emotions, and that's why sometimes you find it's hard for people to switch off.
Sure.
Because we are on. You are expected to be on. Yeah.
The show goes on.
The show goes on. And getting to that, the show goes on with Noni. How we came up with this was there's this big term.
Yeah.
I say
that
people use. Everybody uses it now. We use it in show business, and we use it in corporates. We use it everywhere now. It's like worldly known and worldly famous. In my opinion, I think, and that is the show must go on. And that, when I read about it, I was like, where does this term come and how did it start? Like, why? But it's actually like, it dates back to like early 19th centuries where circus masters would use that term. The show must go on. The show must go on. Circus masters. It started with the circus first to say if there's a glitch backstage, maybe the lion fell ill and it's supposed to come out and do spectacular things, or costume tour, or your acrobat people are not ready, or your clowns are,
their nose is not ready yet.
Nothing is ready. It was for the circus master and the band to keep playing and entertaining and keep going, because in live entertainment, how na pause, wait, cut, the lighting, what, or this or that. No, and we need to improvise.
Yes.
In the between where the glitches are. So the show must go on. It's actually, I like that term. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I just think it just means there's no excuses.
Yes, it's also with life.
Yeah,
you cannot pause life.
You can't pause life because we must go on. Like we were paused for 2020 and things went on without us. Life went on without us. The show went on in 3 months, but we didn't come back.
Not at all. It was supposed to be 21 days.
It was supposed to be.
Yeah, Miss Bayer, 21 days. Okay, 21 days we said. Life went on, hey?
Life went on and we watched it because the show must go on. But now we've been given this amazing opportunity, with your media to be here and to say the show goes on.
Because I remember back in varsity, so I studied musical theatre at the Tshwane University of Technology. So our lecturers were used to say, no matter what happens, if something happens at home, if there's a funeral at home or whatever, you are going to go on stage. Because who's going to go on stage for you? Yes. There are understudies, but maybe the understudy, we'll teach you about the terms.
Yes. Well, as we go along, we'll teach you about the terms of
theatre,
yes.
So back in varsity, if there was something happening, we had a show. The lecturers or the directors of the show would always tell you that it doesn't matter what happens. If there's a funeral, if there's a whatever, you will get on stage.
Yeah.
The show must go on.
Yes.
Whatever is happening in your life doesn't matter. What matters is this production that we have casted
you must be on life support, and maybe you'll even come on with the drips and stuff on stage.
Definitely.
Like somehow they'll hide that stuff.
Stretcher
on stage.
We'll add it into the show.
So it's actually quite a beautiful saying. And it is the nature of the beast of our industry. Uguti, when life things happen, we are choosing the stage over in Impilo, but the show must go on. What are we supposed to do? We can't cancel because Nina, the audience, are waiting.
And you don't know.
But also, the disappointment. That's how the term also came in, to say we cannot disappoint these people who we are meant to entertain. That's why sometimes even in the arenas they would be like, "Are you not entertained?" And the crowd will go wild.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So anyway, Palesa also touched up on, just to let you know, Uguti Tina, also where we come from. Yeah. Like Palesa says, like right now she went to varsity. Mina, I didn't go to varsity. Mina, I tried. But I think I was already bitten by the theater bug, like long time in my life. I was a discovery. So I think it makes such great content, and it makes for great storytelling and life experiences and walking this journey with Palesa and I being able to say, Yena, she went to school for it. And then Nina, I jumped straight from high school.
You were discovered.
Discovery, and straight from high school into this jungle of people that, already know what they are doing. Where I come from, a school where we were taught, but like also taught very,
but not in depth. But you were,
but we like, I knew the terms, I knew everything. It was, we would even go to the Durban Playhouse as a school.
Oh, that's just amazing.
A school, and perform there for a week. And it wasn't a rent the crowd type of vibe. it was literally like you buy the tickets and Northcliffe High is coming with me and my girl. Northcliffe High is coming with Annie. Northcliffe High is coming with Pirates of the Penzaz.
You were within.
We were within. We were within and doing it, and the bus trips, the hotel staying, the prepping, you know, makeup. You learned how to do your own makeup
In high school.
In high school, you did
Sure.
all of that. The proper costumes, how the costumes came about, why the costumes came about, why respect the costumes, why we learned vocal warm-ups, physical warm-ups, all those things.
In high school.
In high school,
Guys, in high school.
we did. And when I got into the industry, I was like, oh my goodness, this is what we did in high school, but it was on a larger and more serious scale, where at school they allowed us to fluff about and joke around, and because they wanted us to enjoy it. But when you got into like the industry, I was like, yo,
But also, Dali, chelete.
hey, yes,
Now,
because
the
Cause
man.
Kolong.
Yeah.
Cause Kolong, you weren't getting paid,
Yes.
and you were working so hard, and then
Yes.
to actually enter the industry and to know what we have badalwa.
Yes.
Hey,
So now it's serious because
It's
now
has.
chelete is
Hey,
involved.
Chelete is involved, and now this is a career that
Yes.
you are building yourself as a person and a performer and an artist within the industry, and you are branding, you are trying to make a mark.
With what you're saying, you actually reminding me that a lot of people, especially our families, they think being an artist is a hobby.
No.
Because I remember when I went to study, my family members were like, passion does not pay the bills, Palesa. And
Yeah.
when they describe me, they're like, Palesa eta mmereko wa jampa. Like she's just floating around on stage. That's what they say to me. So this show is important because we are here to teach our families, our community,
Yes.
that this is not a hobby.
Yes.
This is actually a job.
Because maybe if we do speak on this platform, they will listen.
They will
and
listen.
they'll hear us. Because Tina, when we talk to them in person,
They don't understand.
they don't understand.
Abawu.
Ababatlo mamela. Because
Exactly.
we don't know what we're doing. Re
Re etsa madlalisa, khumbula when we were still young, besihamba siyodlalisa bathi esigangeni siyenza. They think we're doing that.
Yeah.
Khanti, we are here, guys, to teach that our families, our communities, that this is not a hobby.
No.
People earn a living. They buy
Yes.
houses, they buy cars, they do businesses. With this is a business.
Yeah.
Being in showbiz.
Yes, being in showbiz. And also, as we're also going along, I'm going to keep referring to COVID because it's been so devastating. But this is where you also learn, or rather, for those of us who are within it, we're also learning. And for those who want to come into it, must know, Uguti, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You must branch out so you can focus. Like we're focused on musical theater, so we perform in the theaters and on stages. And I'm yet to do a drama, like a straight play, like a straight.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yes. I'm yet to do it because I'm normally singing and dancing and acting all at the same time. But I'm yet to do the calmness of but I think this pandemic has taught us, Uguti, we mustn't just focus on that one and not have something else. And that's what we were saying in the beginning, is that Palesa and we spoke so much about doing this and being in this platform, having a podcast, being on radio, being able to talk, being able to share, being able to share our opinions, and then have people also give us their opinions. And now it's happening.
It's happening. You remember the so I attend workshops with the Department of Arts and Culture.
Yeah.
And being in that environment, the reason why this show is so important, Noni, it's because people don't have information about our industry.
No.
And people are exploited.
Yes. But also people just don't know. I don't even know how I got that information.
You're so fortunate because people don't know. Because the people I was around, I went to school. So part of the things, even at school, they don't even teach you about signing contracts, about agents, about all of the things that we'll be dealing about branding, about PR.
Equipping yourself, not just vocally, physically, emotionally,
You
but
understand?
like tangible things.
Yes, we don't even get taught all of those in varsity. But here, we are going to try and dish out as much information as we can, because what I found out is that there isn't enough information out there
No.
for the artist to grow, to groom the artist, to make the artist grow.
Yes.
And that is sad.
Yeah. I don't even know why it's so difficult for people to know which agencies to go to, because like a lot of times you tell people what you do. No, I'm an actress, I'm a singer, I'm a dancer. And then they say, "Oh, but how did you get into it?" And you kind of like I get mind boggled to be like, "But how do you not know?"
Oh, but in fact,
Oh, but in fact, or sometimes uzothola ukuthi people see you going to work, but they don't know what you're gonna go and do. And then they'll say, "Oh no, I've got usbanbani, so and so, they're looking for a job. So wherever at your workplace, can you please faga or somebody, or here's a CV?" And you're kind of going, where I work, there's a crew, technical crew, sound crew, there's your stage crew, there is the costume ladies, the costume designers, the dressers. So if you want me to put someone in, go P, because let's see vile iti, maybe study share in management or whatever, but it's so difficult for us to just, when you tell people you're from the theater, and it's like, then they give you a CV to hand to go in, and you're just like,
like I always see you go to work.
yeah, it's not the same as someone going to a call center, or someone working for ABSA, or someone working for a corporate company. It's not the same. So I think that's when I also see that there's a lack of knowledge about what we actually do.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's,
and we as artists, I think the more knowledge we have about the business that we are in, the more empowered we become.
Yes.
And the more our industry will grow.
Yeah.
And it will be regulated, maybe.
Exactly.
I cannot go bara doctor.
No, you can play one.
I can play one.
You can create that character, make her stunning.
Exactly, but angase you go bara and go, I want to be a doctor.
No.
It is not, it's not possible.
No, we can be anything we want to be, but we can't professionally go into that.
So we need to have rules. We need regulations. We need to be regulated. We need people to respect our craft.
Nje.
We need people to respect our craft.
That's what it is about, and that's why we are here to, motivate people as well, to be like, this industry isn't all that bad as people make it seem, because Abantu just see they see the ready-made.
Yes.
They come in and they see the ready-made, and then they see us afterwards. Like, they see the party animal side, they see the other sides, the other sides, like the legends. Like, I've heard people being like, "Hey, so far no Brenda."
Yeah.
And then it's like, but she was a talented woman.
Sure, she was phenomenal.
Iconic. Like, can you even get another? It's just, yes, unfortunate in lifestyle now of the entertainment industry is.
I think that's all what we also need to teach, because people see influencers, they see, and then they see people who are endorsed. We need to teach them.
Yeah, we need to teach. Glam ayizi nje uyayisebenzela.
Yeah,
uyayisebenzela yonke le glam. So sizonifundisa, we're going to teach everybody about. We're gonna be honest. We're gonna be honest about how it is that some people are like this, how it is that some people are like that. We'll also we'll be having guests as well. So it's not just gonna be Palesa and I talking and having our own opinions. And as the show goes on, as the show goes on, we'll also have facts.
Yes.
We'll be feeding you facts. We'll have people in studio coming in to talk about everything that is arts, everything that is industry, everything that is entertainment, to let everybody, to educate you, because I feel like the more we speak, the more we expose, And the more we educate, motivate, inspire, is the more people will be, also knowledgeable. And the more knowledge you have, the more you'll be interested.
Yes.
And for those who have the talent, who have the ability, and but just don't know how.
The how part.
The how part, yeah.
Important.
But if you've got the talent, it's not to run away from it and say, yo, yalanjwa.
Yeah.
Iting balege.
Passion does not pay the bills.
Yeah, passion doesn't pay the bills. But I mean, if you can live your passion,
Yo.
guys, like.
But we must also learn how to live our passions and make money out of it.
Yes, and generate income out of it. Yes, and generate the lifestyle that you desire. Yes. How do you do it, and how do you sustain it, and how does it? How do you sustain it till death?
Yes,
because
our parents, they see these actors who die without imali. They're like, ufunu fana nalo.
Yeah, bese bayasabela
ngoba they think it's a miracle now you're just playing. And as I said, a hobby.
Yeah, and Benny, some of us have a calling for this, where if we had to do anything else, we would die. If we had to do anything else, we would not be these people. We would not be ourselves. We would be miserable. That's why it's so important also to, even though you're not in the arts and you're going to be watching us, we'll also be motivating you to say, go for your dreams and go for who you're meant to be.
Definitely.
Definitely go for who you're meant to be. I mean, even if it means, Uguti, you want to be a doctor and you haven't done it. But Uguti, don't stop reading.
Yeah, maybe you've got a matric and your science marks are low. You can go and rewrite.
Yeah.
And then you can go apply and become a doctor.
Yeah.
You understand? So
yeah.
I think artists are one of the bravest people on planet Earth. Yeah. Because I used to work for Tula Cindy. I used to work in fashion.
Yes, used to work in fashion.
I used to work in fashion and I left my job. Retail, 9 to 5. Guys, I used to have a steady income every month. And I left my job because the calling is just too much.
It's just too much. Like,
it's too much.
It's the same with me. I tried. I really tried. I tried to go and study, guys. But because I did it backwards. Can I say backwards? Or it's just it was my backwards. It was my journey. I started straight out of high school, jumped into the theater. Parents on my back, you need to study. And I understand. I understand why. I understand the fear. I understand the guti ingwati. And that paper at the end of those 3, 4, 5 years is so important. But for me, I had already been bitten by this bug from a very young age. Very, very young. I already knew who I wanted to be, what I wanted to be, where I wanted to be.
And the bite is potent.
And it's potent. And once I got the know-how, I was like, there's just no ways I'm going anywhere else. Like, why would I? Like, I even tried. Like, I really tried to apply to TUT because TUT back then was the place to go.
The best.
Like, the best place to go. I tried to apply and I just didn't go. And I remember in my first year, I was studying psychology through UNISA. And I was in theater. I was doing Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was doing Alice in Wonderland. And I was just like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this. And I like to think that I didn't do very badly because I'm not like dumb. I'm just talented.
To memorize a script.
No, like, listen.
25 pages.
And I was doing that, Palesa. And I was just like, okay, which way is more now for the next year? Like, am I going to do this pressure? And I was just like, no, man, I know what I want. Yeah. I went another year doing theater. Tough. But I'm going. It's tough, but I'm going. It's tough, but I'm going, and I'm because I love it. And that passion, the pain, the hard work that comes with it left me going to bed like, yes, I'm accomplishing something.
I'm fulfilled.
Then kaya Boston Media House. From UNISA to Boston Media House. I can't give back broadcasting, the podcast, radio was that this way, podcast was that this way. I was going for that.
That
Because
was
I was
the
like,
dream.
yes, that was the dream. It was the dream after the theater, where I was like, I'm doing my musical theater, but now there's something else I need to do. And I was in Boston and I was doing well, but this bug in me was like, but what about the stage? What are you doing
And
here?
the potency of the bug.
Yes, and I was just like, no, I need to go.
Yeah.
And I went. Do you know how my parents found out? I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them that I dropped out.
Hectic.
They
And
found
then-
out Papa Kumponi on the newspaper and my mom on Morning Live
Bruh.
being interviewed. I was doing The Little Mermaid. And now imagine your dad sees you in the newspaper in a whole bikini, looking like a mermaid with a fin and everything, and there you are on Morning Live opposite Leanne and Vuyo, and you are in a whole shell bikini, and and I didn't tell my parents who I had, and then I just knew when I go home, this is it. I'm
The
exposed.
drama.
The drama. So I really, really did my best, but it's just like I already knew what I wanted, and I already knew how to sustain that. I mean, and now 14 years in, this would have been 15.
Yeah.
You know, 2020 would have been 15, but we were paused. So I don't know if I should count 20.
Arriba 2020.
Yeah, no. So I could do more 14.
14, yeah. 2020 was just not
No. So, you know,
a year.
it was not.
Not a year.
It was not. So,
No.
you know, I mean, that's what we're here for, guys, to
Yeah.
inspire people to go for their dreams and not to be fearful, and to just have the knowledge of knowing how.
The bravery in that.
Mm.
Like, being an artist, it takes a lever. Like, being brave. Like saying, I'm going to leave this. Because our parents also want things for us. Our parents,
They do.
they want things for
They
us
want to
when they
leave us,
see you.
Yeah, but Shia emhlabeni being set.
Yes, but they need to also understand that when we come onto this earth, we are already the people that we are supposed to be.
Yeah.
So you being brave enough to say, I am going to be what my soul says I am.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it whether my family says yes or not. And then Mangbone TV, they see me on the television wearing a bikini and a fin, being a
Yes.
mermaid. So that's really, really insane.
Yeah.
So being brave, because I know when I went to study, I thought I was going to study law. And I go UJ, and then I did an aptitude test. Well, ilo they did abang
Yeah.
it's a PR aptitude test. Aptitude test, girl, okay. Nitola a 48%. 48%. Okay. Go to the Valtech, the Val University of Technology. Mangfiga, bafuna bantaba 100. 100, I'm 101.
Yo.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what? So, art chose me. Then I went to TT. I applied for drama.
Yes.
Auditioned for drama. Got a monologue. Auditioned. One of the lecturers there is like, girl, please sing for us. I sing. Okay, we think you should go to that other building. They take me, the building a musical
Yes.
theater. I go to the musical theater building. The professor there, Professor Magubani, says, come on Monday, come and audition on Monday. Those were the late auditions.
Yes.
I go on Monday. Well, I had to learn a song, a musical theater song. I get there, I learn a musical theater song. I get a backtrack. I've never sang with a backtrack before. So I get there, musical theater song. The radio doesn't work. The radio doesn't work. I'm like, okay, they're like, just sing any song. Guys, guess what song I sang?
A cappella.
A cappella.
A cappella, by the way, means
With no sound.
with no instruments.
Instruments,
Yeah,
yeah.
So you're just singing with no music, nothing.
So I sing a cappella. I sing Kinali Modisa, like a church song. I'm a church girl. They get in by Bakata Bantu, Sele 15.
Yeah.
Then they interview us. They only took 5 that day, and I was one of them. So that's how I got into the musical theater industry. It chose me.
It chose but it's always been in you. It's just that we are never, because of the fear of the parents, they won't push us that way.
Definitely.
They'd rather push us to go in a different direction,
Mm.
you know, instead of instead of like going and doing your passion and what you have been gifted. Like,
Yes.
you know, like if ubona ukuthi umntana, like a child can disassemble a truck and put it back together again, and then, you know, take them to
Work on that.
yeah, work on that, because there is a something there.
Yes.
This
Mechanic,
yeah,
maybe.
mechanic.
Exactly. Yes.
So
So,
it didn't choose you. You've been chosen for it. You were born for
yeah.
it, because everything else you wanted to do was just
101.
101. What are the odds of that? And what are the odds that nobody dropped out? That nobody said, no, it's okay, I think I'm gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
They call you Palesa. Okay, you are now 100. Or
Right.
you are 99.
Haibo.
Like kwahlala kuyi 100 when I was one, but so no space. I mean, imagine.
And the bravery, hey, of actually going, because I knew nothing about musical theater. I knew absolutely nothing.
Nothing. But you did it.
I had to wear pink tights. Guys, the other thing in this industry, ne, the body.
Yeah,
the body.
Yeah. There's a lot, guys.
There's a lot. I had to wear a leotard. And we are guys, I'm a fat cooks and I eat fat cooks and pop and whatever. I'm not a ballerina body, because I did ballet, I did contempt, I did jazz, I did all of
it all. You do it all in varsity. Like how I also did it. I trying to do it all in the industry as you go along. But in varsity, you guys
do it all.
Yeah.
African, tap, we did it all. I knew nothing. I'm from Foslo. I'm seeing this art form that I used to see on TV. I'm there, I'm within. Now you're reading about these terminologies about in French. You're learning about alangre, like it is jete, you know, all of these things, pirouettes and whatever. You're learning about all of these things. You're learning, and you're also putting it into practice. I've never danced before in my life. I'm there, standing at the back, the short, plumpy girl standing at the back. But because you are chosen to be in that field, you will find your voice.
Yes, you'll find your way as well.
You'll find who
You'll
you
make
are.
it work. You'll make it work. So, guys, let's not be scared of the passion. We are here on The Show Goes On with Noni. So, if you guys have any questions,
definitely
send through your comments, send through your questions, and weekly we will come back with the answers to let you guys know about everything. So don't feel as though we're just gonna be talking and then isolating you guys. Like whatever you feel you need to ask us about, let us know. We'll also make sure that we let you guys know about the shows that are going on out there. We know that the Market Theatre at the moment is very active.
Yes.
Very, very active, which is great. Which is great for those that are, kudos to those that are, you know, still able to feed their passion and do the work that they are doing and perform during this difficult time. And we'll also put up on the site information on how to find an agent and all that stuff.
Definitely.
But now, to let you know what happens on the show, we have 3 sweeps.
Yes.
Do we call them sweeps?
Yes.
Do you call
segments?
Them
sweeps. Yeah, let's call them sweeps.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll call them sweeps and say we've got three sweeps, and we'll just let you hear them in a very stylish way.
You dance to your own tune. The Show Goes On with Noni brings the business of the arts to center stage. Let's get into show business.
Let's go into show business. Show business. Yeah, so that's where we will be talking about the business side of the industry. And also, just to keep reminding you guys, because it is the first episode, we want to really make it clear, Oguti, the show is about educating people about the industry, not just in the theater industry where we are, but about TV, about radio, about entertainment as a whole. So we'll have people from different walks of life coming in and also teaching us things that we don't know, because we sign contracts and sometimes we're like, actually war. Actually, I was robbed. I should have done this. I should have signed in this way, you know. But we live and we learn. We really live and we learn, and these things are very, very tricky. So the business side will be talking about contracts, agents, management. Am I missing something?
Yes, no,
Palesa?
we'll be looking at how to equip yourself as an artist, Jay. Because as an artist, you have to see yourself as a business.
Yes.
You have to look at yourself as a business. Do you open a business account for yourself?
Yes.
What it takes again, when tax is involved, because Oma wanna your salary being deducted and tax you're like, yeah, tax, But most importantly, it's equipping yourself as an artist, because you remember during lockdown, we used to be like, Mastola self tapes. Well, during level 3, self tapes is when you send in an audition via
video. Yeah.
So we are going to talk about how you can equip yourself as an artist. So that's also part of it's one of the things that we want to teach you guys.
So we'll be teaching you guys all things business and try to be as honest and as blatant about it as possible. And then we're going to go into the second sweep.
On with Noni brings the business of the arts to center stage. The showcase.
The showcase. That's when we'll also have people coming in. And this is the part where we talk about
promoting shows.
Yes, promoting shows, letting you guys know about shows. Obviously, like, our guests will also tell you about them and who they are and how they came into the industry.
Definitely.
So definitely that, definitely letting you people see people that you've seen on TV before and people that you haven't seen, and musical theater people that you don't see, but we are so working hard and so doing the shows that you guys talk about, but you don't know our faces, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
And we want people to come to the theater and watch shows and see.
Definitely.
See the things that we talk about.
The craft.
I think this one is my favorite.
Yeah, this one is also my favorite. Yeah. This is like the prep. This is the discipline. This is where we become who we are on stage. This is preparing for your character. This is, what am I missing, Pali?
Terminologies, about the terminologies that we use in... That's Mo, guys.
Just sneaking out.
He was here to give us moral support.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mo.
Yeah.
So this is about the terminologies. The craft is about the terminologies of the theater. Like we spoke about a rehearsal, self-tapes, about auditions.
But there'll be a lot of things that if you guys if you guys hear something and we didn't explain it, put down in the comment section and we'll let you know what it is.
Or even DM us on Instagram.
Exactly.
I go by Palesa_Makalima.
And then I, Noni, go as Noni Spear.
Yes.
And if y'all don't know what the spear is for, so craft is on Jela Ubuti. The preparations, how do you hone your craft, how do you sustain yourself in the industry, how do you sustain the discipline, how do you sustain the life within this industry,
and to know the differences in the industry, whether you're an influencer, what's an influencer, what's an actor, a thespian, what does it come with?
What does it come with?
You understand?
And also we'll have people of television personalities coming in, also letting us know how it works for them.
Yes,
because we don't want to just spoon feed people about theater. Just now you're not really interested, but we can give you the knowledge of the entertainment industry. If you want to go into TV, if you want to go into radio, maybe you want to be an industry lawyer. There's broad things that we're going to be bringing to you guys.
Definitely.
So hopefully this first episode,
people,
we've given you something,
Bless.
But we will be giving you guests after guests after guests, week after week after week. So it's not just going to be the two of us.
Yes. And guys, one thing I really, really want people to take from the show, Noni, is artists need to take themselves seriously.
Yes, we do.
This
mustn't downplay us.
Don't.
Especially not after this year.
No.
After 2021 and 2020. Like, we can't.
we really need our government to take us seriously.
do.
So we need to equip ourselves. We need to educate ourselves, teach each other things so that we can be able to take ourselves seriously, to step into the world with confidence. Because with knowledge comes confidence.
Hey, I'm telling you.
So that's what we want to do. We want to feed you knowledge so you become confident in who you are and what you do.
Yes.
This is not a hobby.
This is not a hobby, guys. Like, you know, if we can be respected as performers, people that you love to go and watch, as much as you love it, respect them in a way that we really need to be able to make a proper living out of this, because
Yes.
you know, no, it's enough. Sebenza kangaka. Then they're just gonna shoot us into space and we must just sit there and wait. But like, that's what's happening right now.
Exactly.
But
I mean, I don't want to, like, honestly, I always say I would really love to win an Oscar for a show, for a film I did in my country.
Nah?
I want that respect. A film shot in my country. Like when Tsotsi won an Oscar. For me, that was the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing that happened in our industry. Like, hello.
Can we just sustain those kinds of things?
Yes, can the Naledi Awards be as big as the Tony Awards?
Can it?
Can the Summer Awards be as big as the BET Awards?
Can it?
You know what I mean? As the Grammys. The Grammys.
Yes.
Can we grow our
and
industry?
Also, can we just, let's grow our industry and let's have people come into it.
Yes.
People come into it properly. You know, like, come into it and don't be fearful and not be played. Not be played, used and abused, exploited. Guys, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Hopefully we have
given you what you need and explained to you who we are, who Noni is, what she's bringing into the space. And please, guys, follow her. Noni Spear, at Noni Spear on Instagram, at Palesa _Makalema on Instagram. And DM us, let us know what is it that you'd like to know and what is it that you'd like us to feed you. What do you want to know?
Yes.
You know, and tell us who you'd like to see and speak about this industry. And this is Desi Jalo, guys. Just tell us. Engage.
Yes. So anyway, thank you so much. This has been
real.
This has been real with Palesa on my side and me, Noni. The show goes on. Yes, and we will see you guys pretty soon in our second episode.
Goes on with Noni. The show goes on with Noni. Brings the business of the arts to center stage. There are so many demands on you. Demands at home, in the boardroom, and in the bedroom. You have to be jack of all trades, wearing a different hat when the moment arises. You're on all the time, always on the clock, always catching up. Take care of you. Introducing Your Media, your podcast network that meets you where you are, when you need it, at your time, in your space, when you feel like it. You come Your Media, where you are. Your Media, where you are.